It's kmfm. He's back on the show. Summer is here and Craig David drops a brand new banger. How are you, Craig David?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm very good. Wake Up, what a tune. There's little old school vibes in it as well.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to kind of, if you were there the first time round, the Are You Sleeping was just like that melody was the
yeah.
Man, and then we just had to just throw a little 16 bars, do a little something. I think when it comes to garage, it was just like it was long overweighted that it needed another garage song since When the Bassline Drops. So
I'm right in saying the music video is autobiographical, as in that's your bedroom, that was you as a kid, your first turntables for your birthday.
Yeah, so we had like Ethan and his lovely little brother Ezra. Ethan was actually in Your Hands video, who was playing me in that video.
Okay.
In that film, and then he ended up playing the slightly older version of me with Ezra, and it was just, yeah, it's like I remember just getting the decks and making mixtapes, and all of a sudden what Garage Nation meant for growing up as a kid. So it's just a nice full circle nostalgia moment, but obviously keeping it, you know what I mean, 2025 on the garage thing.
It's funny you say that, because one of my favourite parts in the music video is when you open up the Garage Nation cassette tapes. Old school.
Do you know what's wild, man? I'll tell you, right, is that proper old school vibes, right, with the tape. But when I was there, it was like there was a sort of little educational thing where I had to sort of explain, and DJ Spoonie did a little cameo in it. And he was explaining to Ezra about how to put the needle of the vinyl, to put the needle down on the vinyl, just very nicely and softly, not drop it from like the top of a mountain down onto the record deck here. And to him, he truly did not know what the hell we were talking about.
Wow.
And I was just like, back in the day, if I went over to a DJ and dropped the needle from a mountain onto the vinyl, man, I think the record box would have come flying into my face. It's just crazy, like how it doesn't mean anything to a newer generation.
I know.
If you were there, it's crazy. So I got one of those moments of like, oh god, you're showing your age here, man. Like, calm yourself down. That's crazy.
I know.
Let him drop it.
It's when you give somebody like a household telephone. It's like, what's this? What do I do with this?
You put your, imagine you go even one back where you had to put your finger in and spin it around.
Yeah, like that.
Mad thing.
I know.
Or call up for a friend and you got to see the dad at the door and you're just like, he's not coming out, door shut, and you just go home. That's it. That was your interaction for the night.
So true. So is this a taste of what we've got to look forward to? Some old school vibes on the forthcoming new album, which is Commitment, which I must say is out August 8th.
August 8th. Yeah. Do you know what? I just went in. It's probably been it's been one of the most fun projects to get involved with, because I just literally started listening to songs that I used to listen to when I made the first album, Born to Do It. I got in that mode and I just felt like a kid again. I had time to make it, and it's got all the feel, because a lot of my fans over the years are like, oh, can you give us the garage? Can you give us like, we want more R&B? Can you give us a song like Walking Away? So they'll use big hits as their example of songs that they'd like to hear on new albums. So for me, rather than like taking that and then almost trying to like copy it, it's like, okay, I know what you're trying to articulate. You want that feeling that those songs gave you. So I've just really dialed in and been like, okay, let me just give you that vibe that I feel I can give. And it feels like the reason I called it Commitment was to actually double down on that, to say that I'm committed to giving you that feeling, because it's a responsibility now as an artist of 25 years to be like, to give you that vibe. No one wants the thing that, you know what I mean, you're going through some moment in your life and you want to just give us the tunes. And I'm like, okay, I got you. I got the memo. I'm going to give you the tunes. I'll give you the bangers.
Okay, got it. And there's some nice collaborations on there. Louisa Johnson, I don't think we've heard from her in a while. And also JoJo, as in Leave, Get Out JoJo.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, to have Louisa Johnson, like, firstly, like,
amazing
one
voice.
of the most incredible vocals, you know that. And that song, I wrote that with Becky Hill. And it was one of those songs where I was like, do you know what? If there's only, when Becky was so like vocal about this too, if there's one person who could cut the vocal on this, it would be Louisa Johnson. And we both were like, yeah. And then when she did the vocal, it was like phenomenal. And then to have JoJo on this album, which, as you said, those songs that JoJo's left, they live in our hearts forever. And more recently at Hoopla Festival, I came out and I was able to sing a little bit of like Get Out, do you know what I mean? And be here with her on the stage singing it. And I was thinking, she was like, should we just go through the vocals one time, just go through the lyrics one time? I said, this is a classic. I know the song off by heart. This is like a came out and to sing one of her tunes, but then to know we've got a song called In It With You on the album together, which could well be coming up very soon as one of the next songs.
I was going to ask.
I'm just saying that it would be a moment that for me and JoJo to be on a record, especially because she's been through a very similar journey. You know, she had an autobiographical book that she put out recently. She's got hits from back in the day. She's doing current hits that she's got going on. It's just that we hit at the right juncture point. It feels real.
And I think am I right in saying this is going to be your 9th album?
Yeah.
So
man.
when you look back on your debut, which I still think is one of the best debut albums ever, like Born to Do It, I think also it's one of those albums, it feels like everybody went out and bought a copy of that. Is there one single looking back that is your favourite from that album, or can you not choose?
Do you know what? It's so hard because there's so many great like moments on that album. But I've got to say that probably Fill Me In. Like I know 7 Days is the one that just when I sing that song, or even before I even open my mouth, you just hear that dun 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 dun. It just like people are just like, oh my god, we're transported to where we need to be right now. But when I hear Fill Me In, that it's just like, I don't know, I had that on loop for hours upon hours with Mark Hill, who produced that song and wrote that guitar lick, and I was just like, even if I don't sing anything on this, I'm happy. This guitar for me is one of those guitar licks that lives, and it just does do that. It's like I play it and people are sampling that guitar riff so much, my man. So yeah, Fill Me In would be the one. And it just feels like it's all about the nostalgia of, creeping around behind your parents' back, which I think all of us could empathize with.
And we were talking collaborations a couple of moments ago. And I am after a bit of an exclusive, Craig. You might shut me down or you might give it to me. Are you and Usher going to work on a song together? Because a couple of weeks ago, you joined him on stage at the O2. I mean, what was that like? Because you're about to walk out. The crowd don't know you're there because you're the special guest. How does that feel? And are you going to collaborate?
Okay, so the feeling was incredible. Like, there was one of those moments where I've met Usher at multiple occasions throughout our careers. He was like the first person that I met when I went over to Paris. We did a radio station performance together, a little freestyle. I'm doing like You Make Me Wanna, and he's singing some Fill Me In, and I'm thinking, yo. And then my first Vibe magazine cover in America was with him, Faith Evans, Blue Cantrell on the cover, and I was just like, this is Usher, man. We both had he had his U chain, I had my CD chain, we both had our beanie caps. It was just all kicking off. So to come back out on stage on the O2 and to be a guest and him to give me my flowers there was a beautiful moment. Like he said some really beautiful words, which I appreciate. As for the collaboration, never say never, man. We were there, we spoke, we had the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I'm always one of those ones where I don't want to gas it up until I can say, yo, listen to this, my man. Let me play a little song. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, these people, you hype it up and like, you're like, bro, you've been saying this for the last 10 years, bro. When is it? But when you see a snippet of me and my man in the studio, know that just again would be the gift that keeps giving, I think, for both of us, because we both have such respect for each other. And I think vocally it would be a beautiful moment. You know what I mean?
The quote from there is Craig David said, never say never.
Never say never.
That's what I'm taking away. Obviously, summertime right now, busy period for you, going over to Ibiza with the pool parties, and also closer to home, I have to mention, you're heading back to Rochester Castle on July 6th. Can I say, it's 3 nights of music, you're on the Sunday night. Have a guess whose show is the only one to have sold out already?
I mean, I don't want to gas it up, but the way you're setting it up, do you know what I mean? Because with the third night, you all still got bare tickets into summer, man. You better hype this one up. Do you know what? If it's mine, I am very, very, very grateful. It's yours,
yeah.
Hey, my guy. Do you know what? There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love in Rochester, and also just that castle and the whole vibe of that, where it's with the actual venue, is wholesome, man. Like, I remember performing there. It's such a vibe. Like, the crowd, the way. I think the last time I was there, I think that the Euros was on, and I remember I had to work my way through. Some people were trying to watch the England games that were going on, and there was a penalty shootout going on, and I come out on stage, and the next thing, people are gassed because we just won the game, and I come out and do my inter-select.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, it was such good vibes, man. So I can't wait to do it all again, man. It's going to be great.
And I remember the time before that, I don't know if you remember, well, you must remember doing 2 nights in a row, but you jumped in for that time Jess Glynn couldn't make it. And you ended up doing 2 sold out nights. Now, night 1, because I was there, night 1 was dry, everyone was going for it. Night 2, it chucked it down, but nobody cared. It was a party.
You're so right about it, man. Yeah, do you know? I really felt for Jess, because it's really, as a vocalist, like you just, when you can't sing, you can't sing, right? So, and also you've got so many of her fans that were going to be there, and I was just like, you know what? I just want to make sure I just deliver. But to see the love, like, like when it's raining, yeah, most times you're just like, I might need to get home on this one. This is crazy. But to see people like up there just giving it, especially when you play like a tune like Show Me Love,
Yes.
Robin S.
Yeah.
And the hands are up and the umbrellas, forget the umbrella now. We're in this. We are drenched and we're living life. And I was just like, what a blessing. So I never take these moments for granted, man. I love that you were there for all of the ones that we've done, man.
Exactly. It's fun times. I'm going to sneak in for July 6th, I think, even though it's sold out.
Craig,
good.
I'll find a way. I'll find a way for you. Don't worry.
Good luck with the album. Not that you need it. Commitment is out August 8th. Have a brilliant summer and the best time at Rochester Castle.
Thank you, mate. I always appreciate you. You know that. My guy.
Hey, we always love having you on KMFM. Thank you, Craig David.
Thank you, brother. You're a good man. I hope I'll see you in July.
I'll be there.